So on Tuesday night, it is alleged by Harry and Meghan that they're involved in a high-speed car chase, eerily reminiscent of what happened to Princess Diana. Now, this car chase lasted approximately 2 hours, and apparently they almost crashed multiple times, and police officers were almost injured. Do we trust their version of events? Do we dismiss it? Who knows? Is it true or is it false? Well, based on their character, one could certainly say, okay, it's false, because they're known to exaggerate things and to spread lies and to always try and get the attention of the media. But because the details aren't exactly clear, I'm going to leave it up to you, the viewer, to decide what is true and what is false. So I thought, most interestingly, let's start with Harry and Meghan's account themselves of what they say. Their account is that they're in a relentless pursuit lasting over 2 hours, resulting in multiple near collisions involving others on the road and 2 NYPD officers. Fair enough, sounds reasonable. The paparazzi must have gone overexcited and began to chase them. They must have gotten scared, and apparently they were tailed by 2 other cars. Fair enough, sounds totally reasonable, right? But when you look at the account of the taxi driver who's actually driving them, it's clear to see that what they thought was a high-speed car chase, sounding like something out of Fast and Furious, was nothing more than a tense ride from their initial location to a friend's house. Let's see what the taxi driver himself has to say. Now, the taxi driver, named Sukhchan Singh, a New York taxi driver, says, "I don't think I would call it a chase," adding that 2 vehicles followed them and came next to the car, taking pictures and filming. He said, "I never felt like I was in danger. It wasn't like a car chase in a movie. They were quiet and seemed scared. It's New York. It's safe." So clearly the person driving the car says that there was no car chase. And if anybody was to actually clarify that it was a car chase, it would be the driver, who definitely would have seen when his life was in danger from driving the car. Because if there were collisions, he could have crashed and died himself. But clearly this doesn't seem like someone who is stressed. But maybe, I don't know, they drive fast in New York. But something's not adding up here. Let's look at another account from the mayor of New York City. "I would find it hard to believe that there was a 2-hour high-speed chase, but we will find out the exaggeration. A 10-minute chase is extremely dangerous." So, what we're seeing here is clearly there's a large exaggeration of events. We don't know how exactly this all took place. Even the mayor doesn't know how exactly this took place. And that's why I'm not going to comment too heavily on the details, because the details are unknown. But what is clear to see is that Harry and Meghan are again inflating a scenario to get more media coverage. Also, there was another account from a paparazzi driver that claimed that it was, if anybody's fault, the taxi driver himself. So the paparazzi claimed that the taxi driver was the one that was increasing the speed and thus making it seem like a chase. So the paparazzi was trying to keep up with the taxi driver, who was driving quite fast, and that's why it seemed like a chase, according to them. And that's why they were driving faster, because the paparazzi's job is to actually get pictures of famous people and videos of famous people. And I know it's not nice to be chased around by paparazzi, but if they really wanted to avoid a chase, they should have just gone through the paparazzi and then went home. Fair enough, it would have taken longer, it would have been more exhausting, but if you're really a responsible celebrity, if you're a responsible public figure, then instead of endangering the people around you and yourself by engaging in a high-speed chase for 2 hours, surely you'd rather bear the grunt of the paparazzi. That's my version of events. That is my take on this. This is reasoned. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more.